Alrighty, well, hello and welcome to the 1976 replay that I'm doing, the as played replay. Um, Today's game is coming from New York, the Bronx. It's the Yankees hosting the Boston Red Sox. The date is September 6, 1976. I'm going to pop up here and see if you can take a look at where things stand in the standings. The Yankees come into the game having lost 7 in a row. They've coughed up a pretty sizable lead. It was at one point double digits over both the Orioles and the Red Sox, but the Orioles have been making hay of late. They're played 8-2 in the last 10, and they are now just 1.5 games behind the Yankees. The Red Sox, surprisingly, having a decent year. They're 71-64, find themselves 4 games out of the of first place, and so that kind of sets the stage a little bit for us here as we head into the action. We'll be playing Payoff Pitch today. And so you know, I don't roll dice. I am using this. Maybe I can position this in a way that we can see it for our rolls, but um, I'm not going to play around with that right now. So that is what we are using for our results. And I will, without further ado, go ahead and get started here. Okay, so leading off for the Boston Red Sox will be Rick Burleson. He'll be followed by Danny Doyle and then Fred Lynn. The rest of the lineup is batting cleanup is Carl Yastrzemski. Batting fifth will be Carlton Fisk. Batting sixth, Cecil Cooper. Batting seventh and doing the DHing today will be Jim Rice. And batting eighth, right fielder Dwight Evans. And batting ninth, third baseman Butch Hobson. The Yankees have on the mound Doyle Alexander. He's got a 7-5 record on the year with a 2.82 ERA. He'll be pitching to Thurman Munson, who's behind the plate. And around the infield, it's Chambliss at first, Tovar at second, Stanley at short, and Nettles at third. And in the outfield, from left to right, will be Roy White, Mickey Rivers, and Lou Piniella. So let's get started here. So Alexander facing Burleson. And here's the pitch. It's an 8, so that's in play. 59 on the batter card on the right side is going to be a fly ball lifted into right field. Piniella's there. He makes the catch. And there's one away. And that'll bring up Danny Doyle, second baseman. He's batting, let's see, 250 on the season. And he's got 3 home runs this year and 15 RBIs. He had a two home run game earlier in the year against the Yankees, surprisingly, being that he didn't hit any on the season. So let's see what happens here. The pitch from Doyle is going to be tough. That's going to be a 20, and that is going to be a strikeout. So Doyle goes down swinging for the second out, and that'll bring up center fielder Freddie Lynn. Fred Lynn batting 278 on the year with 3 home runs and 48 RBI. The pitch from Alexander is going to be a 7. That's tough. 28 is the roll, and that is going to be strike 3 called. So Lynn goes down on strikes, and the top of the first is over. And now the Red Sox and Rick Jones will take the mound here. Make sure that we're still in the shot. Let me take a double check here. Yes, we're good. Okay, so Rick Jones on the mound. He's got a 5-6 record with a 2.91 ERA. He'll be facing Rivers, followed by Roy White. Batting third will be Thurman Munson. And the cleanup spot tonight is Lou Piniella. Batting fifth is Chris Chambliss. Batting 6th, Greg Nettles. 7th, Elliot Maddox. Batting 8th, Cesar Tovar. And batting 9th, Fred Stanley. And so here we go. Left-handed Rick Jones pitching. The pitch is going to be, it's in play. Off the left column, it's going to be a line drive caught by the shortstop Burleson, and Rivers is retired for the first out of the game, or first out of the Yankee half of the first. Now Roy White coming to bat. The pitch to White, 7. It's going to be tough against a lefty, 39, and that is going to be fought off for a base hit. That's going to be a drive into the gap in center. Lynn will make the play, and Roy White is on with a single. So we have a runner on first. Runner on first, and Thurman Munson coming to bat. So let's see if White is going to try and get the jump here. Roy White, center fielder. He is. He's going to be testing Carlton Fisk's arm here. I had to pull the chart here. Let's take a look, see what happens. So, minimize that. And let's see here. So White is going, and he is a 4, a C actually. So let's see here. He is a C runner going against Fisk, who's a 3 arm. So the chances are, it says normal here, and the steal is going to be, let's see, 87's the roll, and he's going to be safe. So Roy White swipes second base. The Yankees are off and running here. Munson still at the plate. White on second. And White will be staying. No action there. And so the pitch is going to be in play. It's a 3. 86 is the roll. 86 will be a ground ball to short. So they avoid the double play on the steal. And that means that White will go to third on a, what's his run rating? He's an 8. So he is going to take third. So he takes third on the ground ball to short. Heads up running by Roy White. And now Lou Piniella coming to bat, runner on third. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And the pitch is going to be a 5. It's in play. 35 against a lefty is going to be grounded back to the pitcher. Jones is up with it. He fires to first. And the inning is over. So we played 1 here in New York. No score. Alexander back on the mound. He'll be facing Yastrzemski, Fisk, and Cooper here in the second inning. The pitch is an 8. It's in play. 65. And so righty is going to be a ground ball to short. Stanley up with it. Fires to first. And Yastrzemski is retired here in the second inning for the first out. And now Carlton Fisk coming to bat. 11 in play. 50 is a ground ball to third. Nice play by Nettles. Fires it to first. There's 2 away. And now Cecil Cooper coming to bat. Cooper, 13 home runs on the year, batting .303. The pitch is an 8. It's in play. 28 against a righty. It's going to be just out of range. It's going to be popped up to second. Popped up on the infield. Tovar calling for it, and he makes the play. Cooper is retired. So we go to the bottom of the second. And Chris Chambliss to lead things off for the Yankees. 0-0 here in the bottom of the second. And the pitch to ballpark roll. So ballpark, he's a lefty. 16 is the roll for ballpark, which is wheelhouse. And against a lefty, the roll is a 16 again, and that's going to be a home run for Chris Chambliss. So Chambliss reaches the short porch in left field, or right field, puts the Yankees up 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. Now let's take a look for Chambliss. That would be his 11th home run of the season. Now the current leader in the American League in home runs, Greg Nettles, he has 37 on the season. Stepping in to face Rick Jones, 1-0 Yankees. The pitch is 6 in play, 45 on the batter card is going to be grounded to first. And let's see here. Make sure I got this right. Yes. And that's going to be taken to the bag unassisted. Cooper fields it, takes it to the bag, and Nettles is retired for the first out in the bottom of the second. Now Elliot Maddox coming to bat. Maddox batting .308 this season. Just his 7th game, or appearing in his 6th game of the year, actually. The pitch is in play. 37 is the roll. That is going to be a line drive caught by Danny Doyle for the second out here in the bottom of the second. So there's 2 outs. Now Cesar Tovar. This is only his 3rd game of the season. Pitch is 8. That's patient. Against a lefty, the roll is 79, and that is going to be grounded to short. Burleson's up with it, fires it to first. And we've played 2 now here in the Bronx. The Yankees with a 1-0 lead. And now Doyle Alexander back on the mound. Start his 3rd inning of work. He's faced the minimum so far. He's facing Jim Rice here now. Jim Rice batting .268 this year. The pitch is 10. That's patient against a righty. It's a 91. That's going to be grounded to Fred Stanley down at short. He's up with it. Fires it to first. There's 1 away here in the top of the 3rd. And now Dwight Evans coming to bat. The pitch to Evans is going to be off the tough column. The roll is a 50. That's going to be strike 3. Doyle Alexander with his 3rd strikeout of the game. Now facing Butch Hobson. Hobson batting .275 this year with 7 home runs and 19 RBI. The pitch is patient. On the righty, 0-2. That's going to be a walk. So Hobson will receive the pass, the free pass, and he heads down to first. And now Rick Burleson will be coming to the plate. 2 outs. Runner on first. And let's see, Hobson. We'll check the roll here. No, he's not going to be going. And here's the pitch. 2, wheelhouse. 52 is the roll, and that is going to be a single. Let's take a look here. He's a 4 runner with 2 outs. He's not going to try for 3rd on the line drive into left field. So it's a line drive into left. For Burleson, a single. Hobson's stopping at second. So we got runners on first and second, 2 outs. And Danny Doyle coming to bat. The pitch from Alexander, 8. It's in play. Against the righty, 79 is a fly ball to center field. And that'll end the rally there for the Red Sox. We head to the bottom of the third, 1-0 Yankees. Yankees got their run on the solo home run by Chris Chambliss in the second inning. So Fred Stanley now will be leading things off against Rick Jones. The pitch is 11. That's defense. Defense. It's going to be a range check on the pitcher. So Jones, he's got a range of C. Right. The roll is a 44, and he's not going to get that. It's a base hit. So Stanley leads off the inning with a single. That'll bring up Mickey Rivers. Stanley, let's see, he's the shortstop. Let's take a look and see. Now he's not going to be going. Rivers is not going to be bunting. So the runner's on first. Stanley, Rivers coming to bat. Here's the pitch. In play against the lefty. The roll is a 36. That's going to be popped up on the infield. Falling forward is Cooper. He's under it. He makes the catch. Stanley staying at first base. And that'll bring up Roy White. Let's take a look here. No. Pitch 4 is going to be the tough reading against the lefty. It's a 73, and that's going to be a fly ball into center field. It's caught by Freddie Lynn. Stanley retreats back to first. Now 2 outs, and Thurman Munson coming to bat. The pitch to Munson, 10, in play. Against the lefty, it's a 24. That's a single. Okay, so it's going to be lined into center field. Stanley is let's see, what is Stanley running? He is a 4. He is not going to try to advance on the single by Munson to center. And that's now runners on first and second, and Lou Piniella coming to bat. Piniella is 0 for 1 today, grounded back to the pitcher his first time up. The pitch, 5, in play. Against the lefty. 25 is going to be a base hit. That's going to be blooped into left field. Okay. Now we know that Stanley is a 4 runner. So that means he would not get 2 bases on the hit with 2 outs, but he is going to try to score here. So he's going to test Yastrzemski's arm. Yastrzemski is a 3, and I'm sorry, he's playing left. He's an 8. And we've got Stanley, who's a 4. Okay, so 8 and 4. And let's take a look at what the result is. Let's do that here. The roll's a 6. So okay, so let me just make sure I read this right. So the roll's a 6. Okay, compare total lead runners and fielders arm radius. The total is equal to or less than both. So it's actually in between. The runner is safe. The total is greater than both. The total is greater than one rating and equal or less than the other. Then roll the percentile dice. The roll of that dice is he's going to be safe. So Stanley, let's see. Let's try this now. See if the runner advances. And the runner holds. So let's see. Actually, I got to see what Munson's run rating is. Munson is a 5. He is going to hold. So there we go. So it's a base hit to left. Yastrzemski makes the play. Stanley challenges his arm and is safe at the plate. Munson and Piniella stay at first and second, or on first and second with 2 outs, and the Yankees now lead 2-0. So Piniella with a clutch single there to knock in a run, 2-out single. That brings up Chambliss, who homered his last time up. Pitch, defense. It's going to be an error check on Cecil Cooper. Cooper is a 4. The roll is an 88. That is going to be grounded to first. A nice play by Cooper. Take it to the bag, and the side is retired. But the Yankees get a run, and they now have 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors. The Red Sox, no runs, no hit. I'm sorry, no runs, 1 hit, and an error, and no errors. So we're heading back to the 4th inning here. Freddie Lynn will be leading things off. Okay, just needed a quick sip of water there. So now Alexander to face Fred Lynn. Lynn is over 1. He struck out his first time up. The pitch in play, 68 against the righty, is going to be grounded to short. Stanley over to Chambliss, and there's one in here in the top of the 4th. That'll bring up Carl Yastrzemski, left fielder. He's grounded out to short his first time up. Pitch 8 is in play. Getting those high rolls, though, in play against a righty. 85 is going to be a ground ball to second. And Yaz is in. There's 2 outs. Alton Fisk now coming to bat. Pitch to Fisk. 3. It's defense. We'll check the defense here. So getting an error check on pitcher Alexander. He is a 4. Roll is a 2. And that is going to be an error. So let's get back to Alexander, and he boots the ball. And Fisk is on with the gift. That'll bring up Cecil Cooper. So the time comes to the plate. 2 outs. Fisk coming to bat. Let's take a look. He's the first baseman. 2 outs here. He might. Oh, he's not going to be going. I'm sorry, that was one person. It was Fisk. Same thing. No, he's not. Brings up Cecil Cooper. 2 outs. Runner on first. Pitch. Be off the patient column. It's a righty. The roll is 5, and that's going to be lifted into right field. Piniella falling for it, makes the catch, and Red Sox are here in the top of the 4th. Now the Yankees come to bat. Nettles to face Jones. Pitch is 10 in play. Lefty. Rolls a 47. That's going to be grounded first. Takes to the bag. Nettles is retired. There's 1 out. Now Elliot Maddox coming to bat. The pitch from Jones is in play. It's a 6. 57 is the roll, and that's going to be a fly ball into right field. It's Dwight Evans' territory. He makes the catch. There's 2 away. And now Cesar Tovar coming. Tovar counted as short his first time up. Pitches rolls a 7. It's tough. Tough lefty 64. That is going to be grounded to second base. And Tovar is retired. So the Yankees go quietly in the bottom of the fourth. They still lead 2-0. The Red Sox will be sending Jim Rice, Dwight Evans, and Butch Hobson to the plate against Alexander. Alexander has gone 4 innings so far. He's given up no runs, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, and a walk. 7, tough. It's a righty, it's 25, and that's going to be strike 3. Jim Rice goes down on strikes. He is now 0 for 2 today. That'll bring up Dwight Evans. Evans struck out his first time up. Pitch. Patient. 7 is the roll. And that is going to be a base hit for Evans. So Evans hits a hard ground ball into left field. Red Sox with their second hit of the day. Evans is on first. Let's take Let's see here. 7 is the roll. And that's going to be 43. Thompson is a strike. Thompson strikes out. There's 2 away. Now Rick Burleson comes to bat. Let's see here. Burleson, runner on, nobody on. I'm sorry, wait a minute. I did something wrong. Let me go back and do that last play. Because Evans singled. Thompson struck out. There we go. And now that brings up Burleson. So Burleson's on. Burleson's up. Runner on first. 2 outs. Pitch. Alexander is a 7. That's tough. 72 is going to be fly ball into center field. Wilson's retired. So we go to the bottom of the fifth. Sox not getting much done offensively so far. Mustered 2 hits to this point. Now the Yankees come to bat with Fred Stanley to lead things off here. Stanley is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. I'm sorry, he's 1 for 1. He was thrown out. No, he scored in the 4th inning to give the Yankees a 2-0 lead. So the pitch is a 7. 68 is going to be second base. Stanley is retired. So I'll bring up Mickey Rivers. Pitch Rivers. So 4, that's a tough reading. 80 is going to be fly ball to center field. Lynn's underneath it, makes the catch. There's 2 outs. Now Roy White, who is 1 for 2 with a stolen base. 7, tough. 83 is a ground ball to short. Burleson's up with it. He fires it to first. And the Yankees are retired in the 5th. So heading to the 6th, score 2-0 Yankees. The Red Sox trying to close to within 3 games of the Yankees. We'll have to wait and see what the Orioles do today to see if they're going to, well, see, it depends on whether they're going to pick up ground or lose ground depending on what the Yankees do here. But Doyle Alexander now to lead things, or is back on the mound. to face Danny Doyle. The pitch is going to be a 12. It's in play. 74 is a fly ball to center field. And Doyle is retired for the first out of the inning. Now Fred Lynn coming to bat. Pitch to Lynn. 9 in play against the righty. It is a 30, and that is going to be a ball that's blooped into right field for a base hit. And Lynn is on with 1 out. Freddie Lynn on first. Let's see. Yaz does not bunt, so he's not going to be asked to sacrifice here. Runner on first, 1 out. The pitch to Yaz is a wheelhouse reading. 2. Roll is a 69, and that's going to be a base hit. So let's see. That's going to be a line drive into left field. Yaz goes the opposite way there. And let's see. So it's a 4. We got to take a look at what is the runner on first. He's only going to take 1 base. So they're not testing Roy White's arm. So you got runners on first and second now for the Red Sox. Trying to get something going here. Lynn is second. Now let's see. Fisk coming to bat. The roll to 7. That's going to be tough. 60. Ooh. Is going to be a fly ball to right. So now you got a fly ball to right on a tough reading. That's not good. Yeah, he's not going to try to advance. Fisk flies out to right field. Lynn stays at second, and that'll bring up Cecil Cooper. Runners on first and second with 2 outs now. And the pitch to Cooper. It's going to be ballpark. So the roll's an 83. Cooper's a lefty. It's going to be a wheelhouse check. Roll is a 95. Oh, man. That's going to be a fly ball into right field, deep right field. Noah's back in front of the wall, and he makes the catch. Red Sox are retired here in the top of the 6th. Close call there for Doyle Alexander getting out of the inning unscathed. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Thurman Munson, followed by Piniella and Chambliss. So the pitch is going to be patient against a lefty. 27 is going to be a single. It's going to be lined into left field for a base hit for Thurman Munson. So Munson is on with nobody out. I'll bring up Lou Piniella. Let's see here. Okay. The pitch to Piniella is going to be 5 in play. Lefty, the roll is an 8. So that is going to be lined into right field for a base hit. Munson will stop at second. So we got the Yankees got something going here. Runners on first and second with nobody out. And let's see. No go there. Okay. And Chambliss steps up. The pitch, 7 is going to be tough. 59 against a lefty. And Chambliss is going to fight one off. Single into the gap in center. So let's see here. So that's going to be Lynn, nobody out, and the runners are going to advance 2 bases here. So 1BF8. So Chambliss with an RBI single. And now we got runners on first and third. Greg Nettles coming to bat. Let's take a look at this here now. Okay, now here's the pitch. It's in play. 26 is the roll. That's going to be popped up in the infield. Will calls for it, makes the catch. So we got runners on first and third, still 1 out, with Elliot Maddox coming. 11, defense. Range check on Doyle. D. Roll is 90. It's going to be out. Let's see. Let's see what it's going to be. So Doyle's going to make the Doyle makes the play. And it's going to get the lead runner. So Piniella is going to be, let's make sure we got this right. Better safe at first, if no runners on for it. Okay, yeah. So a nice play by Denny Doyle. He's going to go to the plate and get Piniella. Shambles will go to second. Maddox is on first. Run-saving play there by Denny Doyle. Keep the score, the Yankees within reach. The score 3-0 now with 2 outs. And I'll bring up Tovar. Pitch is going to be tough against a lefty, 53, and that's going to be lifted into right field. Evans will call for it, makes the catch. And we go to the 7th. The Yankees add on a run there on the RBI single from Chris Chambliss. The Yankees now lead 3-0. Alexander back out on the mound. He'll be facing Jim Rice, Dwight Evans, and Butch Hobson. Pitch is going to be a 9. It's in play. Play 44. Oops. 44 is going to be a grounded to first. Chambliss will take it to the bag, and Rice is retired here for the first out in the 7th inning. Bring up Dwight Evans. Pitch is defense 3. It's going to be an error check now. We're checking Cesar Tovar, the second baseman. Tovar is a 5. The roll is a 2. And that is going to be an error. It's going to be a 2-base error. Just double check here. It's a throwing error, obviously. Okay, so throwing error by Tovar. And that's going to put Evans on second. So the Red Sox, the runner in scoring position. It's the second error of the day for the Yankees. I know that's calling for Alexander to be replaced, but I'm going to leave him in because he is throwing a shutout. So runner on first, 1 out. And let's see, Hobson coming to bat. And who do we got? Oh, wait. Evans should be on. Evans should be on second base. Oh, let me fix that. Let's make sure. So everybody Tovar, Evans to second. Okay, Hobson coming to bat. Roll is a 7. That's going to be tough. Struck him out. Hobson strikes out for the second time today, and that'll bring up Burleson. Now, the Yankees have had their opportunities, but they just haven't been able to cash in yet. Second, 2 outs. Let me see. Okay, the pitch. Defense check again. This is a range check now on Lou Piniella. Piniella is a C. Roll is a 50. Oh, just in the out range. So let's take a look here. That is going to be a short fly into right field, and Piniella makes a run or makes a catch on the run. Higher Burleson and the Red Sox in the seventh, the top of the seventh. So heading to the bottom of the seventh, 3-0, 3-0 Yankees. And we're going to change here. Okay, so the Red Sox are going to the pen, and they're going to be calling on. I thought I made that change, but I didn't. It's going to be Jim Willoughby. Let's see. So Willoughby on the year has got a 9-6 record with 9 saves and a 4.87 ERA. Be facing Stanley, Rivers, and White. Fred Stanley. He's let's see. Oh, he's 1 for 2 today. Scored a run. Pitch is going to be in play against the righty. An 8. And Stanley greets Willoughby with a base hit to the opposite field. So we'll play the ball into the infield. And so we got a runner on first with nobody out. Mickey Rivers coming to bat. Let's see here. So Mickey Rivers. Pitch from Rivers in play against a righty, 78. It's going to be lifted into center field. Freddie Lynn's there. He makes the catch, and Rivers is retired for the first out here in the bottom of the seventh. And now Roy White will come to bat. Pitch to White is going to be a 10. It's in play. Right-hander 74 is going to be a fly ball in the center field. Lynn coming on, makes the catch. There's 2 outs in the seventh. So now Thurman Munson. Munson is 2 for 3 today with a run scored. Having a good game. Pitch 5 is in play. 74 is going to be a fly ball to center field. And with all 3 outs here in the bottom of the seventh, we head to the eighth. Head to the eighth inning. 3-0 Red Sox. I'm sorry, Yankees. Alexander. He's gone 7 so far. He's struck out, given up no runs on 4 hits, struck out 6 and walked 1. Facing Denny Doyle. Is 3. Pitch to Doyle is going to be off the patient column. 33 against a righty is going to be a base hit. So Doyle Lines one into center field. The Red Sox looking to get something started here with nobody out, runner on first. Fred Lynn coming to bat. Pitch to Lynn is 12. It's in play. It's a righty. 49 is going to be a ground ball to first. We got to check the potential for a double play here. Roll. And it's going to be, well, okay, so had to roll lower than a 6, and we rolled a 3. So that's going to be a 3-6-3 double play. Chambliss to Stanley, back to Chambliss. The rally snuffed here in the top of the 8th, for the moment, that is, for the Red Sox. So Alexander now to face Yastrzemski. Pitch is patient. 93. It's going to be a fly ball into right field. And Piniella will make the catch. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, 3-0 Yankees. Going to be Piniella, Chambliss, and Nettles. Here's the pitch. Gotta get the right players on the field. Okay, the pitch is an 8. Patient. 56 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Dwight Evans is there. He makes the catch. Ella hits it to his counterpart for the first out of the Yankees half of the 8th. And that'll bring up Chris Chambliss. Libby pitches in play, 55. It's a ground ball to third. Hobson's up with it, fires it to first, 2 away. Greg Nettles, a quiet night. He's 0 for 3 so far. Grounded out to first twice and then popped up to second. Pitch to from Willoughby is going to be in play. A righty is a 13, and that's going to be lined into center field for a base hit. Nettles is on with a single. That brings up Elliot Maddox. Runner on first. 2 outs. Pitch to Maddox. His defense, 11, is the roll. So what are we doing? We're checking an error check on Rick Burleson. This is a 2. The roll is an 89. That's going to be an out. So it's grounded to Burleson. Backhands it and flips it to second base. Doyle for the force. And the Yankees are retired in the bottom of the 8th. So this is it. We're heading to the 9th inning. It's going to be Fisk, Cooper, and Rice to face Alexander. Fisk so far today is 0 for 3. He reached on an error back in the 2nd inning. Here's the pitch. 6, patient. 73 is the roll. And that's going to be lifted into center field for Mickey Rivers. With the routine play there, makes the catch. And that'll bring up Cecil Cooper, who's 0 for 3 today, but leave him in. Guy's batting 301 on the season. He's a good stick. Here's the pitch, 11 in play, 22. It's going to be a base hit. So that's going to be lined into left field for a single. Makes the manager look good. That'll bring up Jim Rice now. Rice, though, has struggled today. He's 0 for 3. He does have the capability of popping one out of the park, so I'll leave him in. Runner on first, 1 out. Pitch from Alexander is going to be a 7. That's tough. 88 is going to be grounded to short. Chance for a double play. Lower than a 6. The roll's a 7. So that will be a force out at second base. And Dwight Evans will come to bat. So still 2 outs. Runner on first. Runner's Jim Rice. Let's see, Evans, the last chance here for the Red Sox. Alexander looking to get his 6th complete game. Looking to get the shutout. Pitch from Alexander in play. That's right. It's a 58, and that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Nella under it, makes the catch, puts it away, and the ball game is over. So let's save that, and let's take a look at the box score. Alexander, great game. Started with solid on the mound today at Yankee Stadium, giving up just 6 hits, no runs, 6 strikeouts, and 1 walk in 9 innings pitched. 117 pitches, 35 batters faced. It's good enough for player of the game honors. With the victory, New York is now 75-59 in the season, and Boston falls to 71-65. So let's see. Nice outing by Doyle Alexander. He raises his record 8-5. Jones falls to 5-7. We had a home run by Chambliss, his 11th. Nella with an RBI, and Chambliss with 2 RBIs. White with stolen base. Not much going on for the Red Sox. Left 8 runners on base, so they did have some chances, but just couldn't cash in. So let's do a quick look at. Let me do this. Let's do a quick look at the results from today. So the A's are visiting the Angels. The A's are on the heels of the Twins. Let's see how they do today. Let's play these games. And the A's defeat the Angels 6-4. Orioles looking to keep pace with the Yankees. They have Flanagan 2-3 going against Roberts, who's 7-13. It's really been disappointing this season. But today they come up with a 5-1 victory over the Orioles. So the Yankees are going to get a little bit of breathing room with that. The Royals, another team that's been a disappointment, up against the Royals. Here's the result from this game, and it is the Rangers defeating the Royals 6-2. So, yeah, I think the Royals might be done. I don't think they've got a run in them. I think they're like 8.5 or 9 back at the moment. Indians and Brewers. Brewers have been playing better of late, and they get a 2-0. They get a shutout from Jim Colburn, winning 2-0 over the Cleveland Indians in the first game of a doubleheader. And in the second game, got Jim Bibby against something Rodriguez. I forget his name, but he got the win. Goes 7 innings, gives up 2 hits. The Brewers pound the Indians 11-0. So they wound up shutting out the Indians in both games of the doubleheader, 11-0 and 2-0. So now the first place Twins, the American League West first place Twins, going up against the White Sox. And let's see how this ends up. The Twins win 3-0. So let's take a quick look at the American League standings. We'll go over to the National League games in a moment. So yeah, the Yankees now up by 2.5 on the Orioles, 5 on the Red Sox. Indians had gotten to 10.5 back, but they dropped to 12 games back. AL West, the A's win to keep pace with the Twins. The Twins have a 2.5 game lead over them, but you can see the Royals have lost 3 straight now, and they've dropped now to 10.5 games back. So I don't think they're going to be pulling off what they did in real life. We'll see. We'll see. Let's go back to the games. The rest of the day. All right, let's see. Mets and Cubs. Kuzman against Steve Stone. And the Cubs win 7-1. The Astros and the Reds. The first place Reds, who are just a juggernaut as expected. Record doesn't reflect it. I mean, the Pirates have a better record than they do right now, but the run differential the Reds have is pretty amazing. So they win 5-0 over the Astros. Heroes 3 for 4 with them, 3 RBI. Cardinals and Expos. Falcone and Steve Rogers is the matchup. And the Cardinals win 8-0. Falcone, 8 innings pitched, 3 hits, no runs. Ted Simmons 3 for 5 with 2 RBI. That's the first game of a doubleheader. Second game, Aaron LeGros against Steve Dunning. And the Cardinals win 8-0. So 2 8-0 wins by the Cardinals over the Expos. Phillies and Pirates now. Doubleheader. This is a big one. These are big games here. So Jim Cott against Bruce Keeson in game one. And the Pirates win 5-0. That's a tough one. Keeson 7 1/3, 5 hits, no runs. Robinson 2 for 4 with a home run and 4 RBI. So now Tom Underwood and Larry Demery in the second half of the twin bill. Pirates take 2 from the Phillies. A 3-2 win. That might, I don't know. We're gonna have to see. The Phillies are gonna need to get really hot fast. The Pirates are gonna have to cool off big time. Dodgers Padres. Dodgers are several miles behind the Reds at this moment. Just playing out the string, really, I think, is what's happening here. Padres 5-0 win over the Dodgers. And then Braves and Giants, another NL West matchup. And the Braves win 7-1. Let's take a look at the standings for the National League. As you can see, that was that could have taken the Pirates lead down to 5.5, or no, 3.5, but instead the Phillies dropped to 7.5 games back of the Pirates, who are the best record in baseball, 92-45. So the Phillies are now 7.5 back. In the NL West, the Dodgers are 15 games behind the Reds. As I said with the Reds, look at that run differential, plus 23. They are just amazing. Here's some of the batting leaders. So you got Rusty Staub leading the American League with a 328 average, right just ahead of Rod Drew at 326. Greg Nettles, 37 home runs and 94 RBIs to lead in both categories. Reggie Jackson has been driving the offense for the Orioles of late. It even got him into the lead as far as MVP voting at the moment. We'll see where he stands right now, but Ken Griffey leading the National League with a 379 batting average. Kingman 32 home runs leading the league, and George Foster with 112 RBI is leading the league in RBI. So ERA, you got Raleigh Fingers with a 1.15 ERA. Eckersley is the only starter up there with a 1.76, or is the lowest ERA among starters with regular starts. Eckersley, Umbarger, Gaylord Perry's up there. Vida Blue, 19 wins. Raleigh Fingers, 16 saves. NL got Doc Madich of the Pirates with a 1.79 ERA. Keeson with 18 wins, tied with Tom Seaver. And Skip Lockwood, 18 saves. So they mentioned MVP voting. You got Reggie Jackson is atop the American League with 255 votes thus far. Vida Blue is atop the Cy Young voting. Joe Morgan, the NL with the Cincinnati Reds with 321. He's kind of running away with it. And Bruce Keeson with a narrow lead over Andy Messersmith in voting. Let's see. So far, there's no real. Well, Pete Rose with a 15-game hitting streak. He already had a 27-game hitting streak earlier in the season. Joe Morgan got to within one game of that. 26 was snapped recently. And so I think that's about it. So yeah, just wanted to get a game in and show off how things are progressing in this replay. Should be winding this up probably in the next month. I should be into the playoffs, so keep you guys posted. I once again want to say thank you for tuning in. Please do hit like and subscribe. And if you have any questions about about what I'm doing here, or if you saw anything that was interesting or off base, or if you think that I did something wrong in the game, please do leave a comment. I would be happy to hear from you. All right, have a great day. Thank you, and goodbye.